I'm N. Baladasagiri, working in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in Annamachal Institute of Technology and Science, Rajampet. So, in this series of video lectures, I would like to give the solutions for the some of the digital circuit problems that were asked in the GATE as well as in the online courses like Coursera and Udemy. These sort of questions were very useful to the students who are the aspirants of the core jobs as well as who want to prepare for the GATE. Firstly, the question here what they have given is that design a 4-bit shift register that can shift information at right, shifts this information at left, and asynchronously initialize to the state 000 when reset is equal to 0. So that means here what they have given is that so they have given a input, so clock is given and reset is given, SL and SR and output. So here the clock is the clock is the input clock signal, reset is the input reset signal, in is the data input, and SL is the shift to left input. When SL is equal to 1 and SR is equal to 0, the data has to be shifted left. When SR is equal to 1 and SL is equal to 0, the data has to be shifted right. And when SR and SL is equal to 0 and SR and SL is equal to 1, the information in the shift register should be unchanged, and output is the state of the rightmost flip-flop. And these have to be solved by using only the mux and flip-flop. Once again I go through the question here. So we have to design a 4-bit shift register, so which has the inputs in. So it has two inputs, SL and SR. Based on this SL and SR, the data in the shift register has to be manipulated. So here there is a clock, reset and out. Okay, so as per the problem here, if SL is equal to 1, that is shift left is equal to 1, the information moves one position at left, and if the SR is equal to 1, that it is shift right, the information moves 1 bit position at right, and also the inputs are given to the leftmost flip-flop. And when SL and SR is equal to 0 or 1, the information in the shift register will be unchanged, and out is the output, so which is connected to the rightmost flip-flop. So let us see the answer here. Okay, so here the inputs SL and SR are the selection inputs. So based on these selection inputs only, the shift register will work. So now here there are two inputs SL and SR. Since there are two inputs here, there are four combinations. So 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. So as per the given problem here, so the activity to be carried out with the values of SL and SR. If SL and SR are 0 and 1, so the data will be unchanged. Here also the data will be unchanged. So when SL is equal to 0 and SR is equal to 1, the data have to be shifted to the right side. Similarly, SL is equal to 1 and SR is equal to 0, the data have to be shifted to the left side by 1 bit. Okay, so similarly, so this problem has to be solved by using the mux here. Okay, since there are 4 choices, you require a 4x1 mux here, which has two selection inputs. So these are two selection inputs, and these are the 4 data inputs, and it will be having only one output. So normally for a 4x1 multiplexer here, as we seen here, so if the selection lines S1 and S0, it is for a normal multiplexer, if the selection lines S1 and S0 are 0 0, so the output Y will be the input I0. So for 0 1 it is I1, for 1 0 the input data line I2 will be connected to the output. You see here these are I0, I1, I2 and I3, the input data lines, and if it is 1 1, so the output Y is connected to the data line I3. So based on this, so we are going to solve the given problem. As we have to design a 4-bit shift register, so in order to save each bit you require a flip-flop. So now take 4 flip-flops here. So take 4 flip-flops. So I have taken 4 flip-flops here. So I have taken them as D flip-flops. So D flip-flop. So D input, outputs are Q bar, Q bar, D input, Q bar, D input, Q bar. So normally for your understanding you can take it as D0 D1. So you can take it as D0 Q0 bar, D1 Q1 bar, D2 Q2 bar, D3 Q3 and Q3 bar. So now again you require 4 multiplexers here. So you take the 4 multiplexers here. So these multiplexers are have taken 4 multiplexers. So why I have taken 4 multiplexers means here, so the data processing in the flip-flop, each flip-flop depends upon the activity that is to be carried out based on the SL and SR inputs. So 4 by 1 mux here, so which has 4 inputs, and the multiplexer is having 2 selection lines here. So take 2 selection lines for each of the multiplexer. So let it be 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 for our basic understanding. The inputs are 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So the selection inputs are SL and SR. So connect these SL and SR. So let it connect them here. So you connect them to both the to all the multiplexers. So to all the multiplexers you connect them. You connect them all to the multiplexers. So now I'm basically taking it as I have connected to all the multiplexers. So now here since we have taken it as SL is equal to 0 and SR is equal to 0, so and SL is equal to 1 and SR is equal to 1, the data in the register should be unchanged. So if SL is equal to 0 and SR is equal to 1, it has to be right shift, and SL is equal to 1, SR is equal to 0, data has to be left shifted. So now here, so let us see if it is as per our tabular column here. So if it is 0 0, the data should be unchanged. If it is the inputs are SL and SR, it is 0 1, the data should be right shifted. If it is 1 0, the data should be left shifted, and 1 1, the data remain unchanged. So let us see for the S0 1 and 1 0 choices. So now let us see for the 0 1 here. Okay, so 0 1 means we have to go for the right shift. Okay, so as per our the problem here, if you can see here, if it is SR is equal to 1 and SL is equal to 0, the information moves on one position at right, and the inputs has to be given to the leftmost flip-flop. So data has to be right shifted. So that means from here to here, here to here, and here to here, the data has to be right shifted. So the given input has to be connected to the leftmost flip-flop. So since we are going for the choice 0 1 here, so that means the input IN has to be given to the 0 1. Similarly, the output of all the muxes are given as the input to the D flip-flops. Output of the muxes are given as the input to the D flip-flops, corresponding D flip-flops. Why? Because so the D input is given based on the choices of the multiplexer. So that the reason I am connecting the output of the multiplexer to the flip-flop here. So as I am doing for the 0 1 choices, so for the leftmost flip-flop, 0 1 bit is given to IN. So now if the data has to be shifted right, so for example from here the data has given IN has given to the first flip-flop. So again in the second cycle, so that is the during the second clock pulse here, if the data has to be shifted to the second flip-flop, means the output of the first flip-flop should be connected to the 0 1 of the second multiplexer. Similarly, for the again, in order to go for the shifting here, the second flip-flop output should be connected to the 0 1 input of the third multiplexer, and the same thing here, the third multiplexer output is given to the fourth multiplexer 0 1 input. So far I have not taken the reset or clock. So after drawing this, we can go for the clock and reset connections. Why? Because so the clock is here is positive clock and the reset is active input. So in order to avoid the clumsy diagram, so I will draw the clock and reset later. So next, the output of the last flip-flop, as in the problem, the output of the last flip-flop is taken as out. Now if I want to go for the left shift here, that is SL is equal to 1 and SR is equal to 0 now. So that is the choice is 1 0 here. So during the now we have seen the right shift. So for the left shift here, SL has to be 1 and SR has to be 0. So therefore the input must be given to the right end flip-flop. So the input is given during the left shift. That means the data has to be given to the last flip-flop here. From this the data has to be shifted here to the left, and one to the left and one to the left. Okay, so due to this the input has given to the multiplexer which is having the choice as 1 0 data input. So based upon the given problem here. So now whenever the input has given, whenever the selection input is 1 0, the data input is directly given to the last flip-flop here. So now the output of the last flip-flop, so that means the whatever the data stored in the last flip-flop, that has to be shifted left. So therefore during the next clock cycle here, the data stored in the last flip-flop has to be given to the flip-flop which is to leftmost to it. So therefore the output of last flip-flop is given, that is the Q3 has to be given to the corresponding multiplex next before preceding multiplexer here. So again the Q2 has to be given to the multiplexer of Q1. So and again Q1 has to be given to the multiplexer input of 1 0 to the 1 0 here. So we have seen the left shift and right shift operations here. So now we have to go for the selection inputs as 0 0 and S1. So during the both the selection SL and SR as 0 0 and 1 1, the activity should be unchanged here. So therefore whatever the data is present in the multiplexer, so that again has to be loaded into the multiplexer. So therefore what you do is that, so now the output Q0 of the the same thing should be there. So therefore the output Q0 of the first D flip-flop is given to the selection lines 0 and 1 1. So the same output here has to be given, so 0 1 1. So similarly in the same way, so connect the third multiplexer to the output of the flip-flop and also the fourth multiplexer, that is 0 0 and 1 1 inputs to the output of last flip-flop. So we can see here circuit. So if SL is equal to 0 and SR is equal to 0, or SL is equal to 1 and SR is equal to 1, so the data should be unchanged here. So therefore I have connected the mux inputs 0 0 and 0 1 1 mux inputs to the output of D flip-flop. So whenever these selection lines SL and SR are 0 0, automatically the same data what is in the D flip-flop will be driven into the multiplexer, and again it is driven back to the D flip-flop. Similarly, I have explained for SL is equal to 0 and SR is equal to 1 and SL is equal to 1 and SR is equal to 0. So that is how to solve the given problem based on the D flip-flop and the multiplexers. So similarly the questions can be asked like this. So if If it is 0 1, that is SL and SR is equal to 0 1, the data should be unchanged. And if it is 1 1, sometimes they ask the complement of the data input present in the D flip flop. For example, if you want to calculate the complement of the data input data that is present in the shift register means, so we have to connect the uh, 1 1 we have to for example, if you want to do the complement of the shift register data for the selection inputs as 1 1 means, so we have to just connect the 1 1 input to the Q naught bar. So similarly here also, to the each and every flip flop, the complement output of the flip flop has to be connected to the multiplexer 1 1 input. So that's all that is a solution for this problem. So let us catch up with the new problem.